Yo, what's up YouTube? It's NBA 2K22 updates here, and NBA 2K22 Season 5 has been dropped, and there are new face scans like every new season. So today we're going to go over those, and later today I will be coming up with a video, or at least, Friday I will be coming up with a video on all the prizes for all the different level ups in the seasons. So there were exactly there's exactly 24 players that were updated in this roster update, or in this NBA 2K22 update, and we're going to go over them all right now. So let's get everything started. Tyrese Maxey, now updated on NBA 2K22 last gen. He was updated in the patch that brought Season 4 to life on NBA 2K22 next gen. This season with Philadelphia is averaging 17 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 4.5 assists per game on 47, 39, 87 shooting. And then next we have Jason Preston from Ohio. He was a second-round pick in this year's draft. Drafted 33rd overall. He has been hurt all of this season so far with a broken foot. And he has now been updated in NBA 2K22 this season. Obviously, no one knows his stats because he hasn't played a game. But he was known at Ohio for his long, curly red hair. And now that has been brought to life in NBA 2K22 current gen. It was already in next gen. But now we finally get a piece of pie in current gen. So next you have Tyrell Terry, who just recently signed with the Grizzlies. He was with the Dallas Mavericks last season. He was the first pick in the second round of the draft. And now he is in Memphis. He signed a 10-day contract for the replacements, then signed a 2-way contract, And this season he's averaging 1 point per game on 100% field goal percentage and 2 games played. He was pretty decent last year with Dallas, not the worst at all. But they opted to not bring him back this last offseason. And this is him in NBA 2K22, last gen or current gen, whichever you prefer. The fourth player that we are going to go over is a guy that was highly requested to be updated, Sharif Cooper, who was like a really good player in college at Auburn. He was a second-round pick. Most people thought he would be an early first-round pick even. And he went in the second round to the Atlanta Hawks. He was a steal. And this is him in NBA 2K22 last gen. And so far on the season, he's averaging 1 point, half an assist, and half a rebound on 21% shooting, 17% from the three. So terrible stats, but he's been mostly playing in the G League this year. The hair is wrong, though, because in real life, Sharif has braids or dreads. I'm not quite sure. Excuse me about that. But braids or dreads, but the headband is correct and everything. 2K recently added his arm sleeve, so that's all correct. And that's Sharif Cooper. Next, we have New York Knicks rookie. Next we have Sacramento Kings rookie from Utah State, 39th overall pick. Number 88, Neemias Queta? Hold on, let me look up on Basketball Reference. It is pronounced Neemias Queta. Neemias Queta was a really good shot blocker and defender at Utah State. He got updated now in 2K22. Last gen, he was already in next gen. But in next gen, they have a headband and brown tips on his hair. And also, he was already in next gen. Before this, he had a created face scan with a high top, which is what he used to look like. But ever since he joined the Kings, he's had these dreads. So 2K got it right. Next, with the New York Knicks, we have the 25th overall pick from Houston, Quentin Grimes. His stats this season. So far this season, Grimes is averaging 6.5 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist on 42, 40, 65 shooting. He's not very good at free throws, apparently, but he is now updated on last gen NBA 2K22. He was already on the next gen, like most of these guys are. But he is on the New York Knicks. He has been getting spot starts at small forward and shooting guard. He's a pretty decent NBA player, and he has a really bright future under the bright lights of New York. Next, we have Brooklyn Nets rookie DayRon Sharpe from North Carolina. He's a big man, 6'9", 265, 29th overall pick to the Phoenix Suns, but traded to the Nets for Landry Shamet. And he has been averaging this season 6 points, 5 rebounds, 57, 25, 57 shooting splits, and he has been getting some spot starts at center recently with the injuries that the Nets have had. He has played in 30 games, and lately he has had a headband. So later today, I will probably drop a quick little 2-minute video of all the players with their correct accessories. That'll just be like a quick little thing that I'll do. And yeah, that's DayRon Sharpe. For the Denver Nuggets, rookie Bones or Nashawn Hyland, who also has a headband, but he was the 26th overall pick. Yes, from VCU. Bones Hyland, a really good little tiny point guard. He's been really good for Denver this year, and he has started a few games, but this year he has averaged 9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 37, 35, 88 shooting with a 48% effective field goal percentage, and he has started in 3 games. They were towards the beginning of the season when he went on a hot streak. But he does have a headband, so I probably will be making that video of all the players with the accessories later. But next, with the Indiana Pacers, you have Duane Washington Jr., undrafted rookie from Ohio State. He is a shooting guard, a really good defender. He can score pretty well. He's played a lot more recently with the Pacers due to injuries and trades and stuff. And now he's found a consistent role in the rotation. Him and fellow two-way teammate Terry Taylor are candidates to be promoted to the regular season roster so that they are playoff eligible, especially after they got an open roster spot from the Tristan Thompson buyout. Next, I feel like they will buy out Ricky Rubio, and then they will have 2 open roster spots, and I feel like they need to use at least one of those on these 2 guys. Next is Detroit Pistons rookie Saddiq Bey, who was updated, I think, 2 updates ago on the next-gen version. He had a terrible face scan, not gonna lie, in 2K before this face scan update, and he has been a big part of the Detroit Pistons. Before, he just had like a full-out afro, and it was a computer-generated face scan, not very good. But this season, he's averaging 16, 6, and 3 on 39, 35, 83. And he is doing pretty good this year. The only complaint that I would have is that little brownish spot in the top of his hair. You may be able to see it, that little brownish spot. In real life, it's like it's like a light brown strip. So it's way more recognizable in real life, but this is a really good face scan for a really good player for the Detroit Pistons. Kyra Lewis Jr. is next, who is out for the season with a torn ACL. Hope he recovers fast, but he was the 14th overall pick, 13th overall pick last year from Alabama. And he is a 6'1", 170 point guard that is like super athletic, and he's a pretty decent defender. This season he was averaging 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists on 40, 22, 83, and 24 games before tearing his ACL. He's played in 78 career games. He is kind of known for his athleticism, though, but he is a pretty good defender. He's not that good on offense, though. He's known for his athleticism, playmaking, and inside scoring, according to 2K. But our next player is a member of the Detroit Pistons again, Saben Lee, who got updated in this patch. Lee was a second-round pick out of Vanderbilt last year, 38th overall. He was averaging 6 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists last season. This season, he's averaging 5 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists per game on 38, 27, 77 shooting splits. From Vanderbilt, he dropped like a 50-point game and with the G League Motor City Cruise. This looks a lot like him, except now he kind of has like a fade type hairstyle. It's not really like, I don't know how to describe this hairstyle, but it's more like a fade hairstyle now rather than this. But I still like that it's updated. And what 2K's done with the rookie face scans is what they've just made them look more real, because most of them, like this, and then you'll see with Tre Jones, like most of them were already pretty good looking, but then they got updated and now they just look like more real. They have the freckles and pock marks and everything like that all over the skin, and then the facial hair was updated a little bit, but this is like the same hairstyle that he had before the update. Next we have 3 players on the Houston Rockets. First up is from Spain, the 23rd overall pick, 6'8", 229 center, Usman Garuba, who is dealing with a wrist injury. He has not played in the last 20-ish or 10-ish, 20-ish games, but he got a face scan before he had a auto-generated player face scan like most of these rookies had before they got updated. This season, he's only averaging 1.2 rebounds on 33, 15, 50% shooting in only 15 games, and he's only averaged 7 minutes per game, so he hasn't played that much this season. But when he has played, he's shown signs that he could be a pretty good player in the future. He's just not a very good player yet. Next up with the Rockets, we have Josh Christopher from Maryland. I'm not sure. I think he was the 26th overall draft pick. No, 25th. Bones Hyland was the 26th. He was the 25th overall draft pick from Maryland. He's a pretty good player, but 2K did mess up his hair. In real life, he does have braided hair. This season, he's averaging 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists on 45, 32, 77 shooting splits, and 50 games. He has started 2 of those 50 games. 2K even got the tattoo behind his ear right there. So it's a very attention to detail update by 2K. Most rookies don't come in with the tattoos in 2K, but the only big thing is his hair is off, but that could be fixed soon. Next, we have Kenyon Martin Jr., the son of Kmart. And Kenyon got like I said, like most rookies and second-year players in 2K right now, they're getting, like, just touched up. He got more than just a touch-up a little bit, but it's not an insane update. Like, his hair got changed a little bit, but his facial hair is the same, and his skin tone slightly different. Got more stubble from the beard, and he's averaging 8.5, 4, and 1 this season, 55 games played, and 53, 31, 65 shooting splits. Kmart has been a big part of the Houston Rockets this year, and it's good to see they finally got a face scan update. Next is Spurs second-year player Tre Jones. Like I said, he's just going to have like a little touch-up looking face scan. Like, he's got all the, like, little freckle-looking things all over his face. Those are all brand new. Like, it's just a touch-up. His skin tone got darker. The hair is exactly the same, though. And the facial hair just got added stubble. So, that's what it's been like for the rookies and second-year players, other than Saddiq Bey. They've just been touched up. But that's completely fine. At least it looks like a real render of Tre Jones now. This season, he's averaging 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists on 50, 15, 88, 46 games played, and 4 starts. From Duke, he was the 41st overall pick last season, and he averaged pretty bad numbers last year. Oh, and here's another glitch. If you look in the top left on your screen, it says point guard power forward. I don't know if 2K fixed that for Spencer Dinwiddie, but I know a other YouTuber, Pack Hoops, he was streaming. I was watching his stream, and it said point guard, yes, point guard power forward as a secondary position for some of the point guards. I'm going to see really quick if it is like that for any other players. Like Ben Simmons, that's normal because he is a point guard power forward. But Tre Jones definitely is not a power forward. He's like 6'1". If you're running Tre Jones at power forward, you've got problems. But it doesn't look like that's happened to any other players, so it's just those two. Yeah, it's just those two. It's a weird glitch. Hopefully 2K can fix it, so if you're playing the CPU or something, they don't end up putting their point guard at the power forward position, because that would be an easy dub for you. Next is the Minnesota Timberwolves with a Karl Anthony Towns update, but all it is just a tattoo. I thought that it was going to be a actual hair update, but if you look at the left hand side arm, there is a tattoo on the inside part of the arm, if you can see it there. That's the only update that happened with Karl Anthony Towns. Other than that, he's the same. But in real life, he does have like a much longer hair and like a beard. But it does look like, to me, I'm not sure, but it does look like his face has more redness and his hair is more detailed. But you can tell me. I think it looks mostly the same though. For Portland, CJ Elleby, who's been getting a much bigger role in the team ever since all of the trades happened with them. But Elleby is from Oregon State. I'm not sure what his exact... I'm pretty sure he's from Oregon State. No, he's from Washington State, sorry. But he was drafted 46th in last year's draft. He has been getting a lot of playing time lately. And he's been averaging 4, 3, and 1 this season. And he started 7 games. Last season, he didn't really play much, and he didn't start a single game. He only played 30 games. He's already passed that this season. And, yeah, he's doing okay, and he probably will get a much bigger role soon. But Greg Brown III from Texas, he was the 47th, I think, pick? 43rd overall pick from Texas. He's a very athletic power forward and small forward. This face scan's not the best. In 2K22 Next Gen, I'm pretty sure that they have blonde hair for him on the tips. I don't think this is like an orangish color. You guys might not be able to tell in the video, but on my TV, it is like an orangish color. And in real life, he has like much more of a beard than this. But Brown has been helping the Portland Trail Blazers this year. He is most likely their new starting power forward. And he does deserve a face scan update. Next player is Pascal Siakam, who says in the patch updates that he was updated, but I think it might have just been a tattoo update. I haven't really looked that carefully. No, he doesn't even have any tattoos unless it's under the leg sleeve. But it does look like his face may have got like extra added redness and stuff. But I'm pretty sure it's just like it was Cat, he might have been updated a little bit. But it's just like a tattoo update or something. No, wait, there's no extra tattoos. I'm not sure quite what it is. He may have got updated, but it looks pretty much like the same face scan. It could be slightly different. It's not really anything new, though. Next, the last two players are both free agents in NBA 2K. The first of which is Luca Vildoza, who was signed by the New York Knicks at the end of last season, but he did not play a game and was released for salary cap purposes. And he got a Facescan update. He is playing in Argentina now, and he won't even be in the game next year as he will not sign with another team. There's probably a 0.2% chance. I'm just throwing out random numbers, but he's not coming back to the NBA this season at least. And in case you didn't know, 2K gets rid of the players that haven't been in the game for 1 year or for one season. They get rid of them after they've been in free agency for one full 2K cycle. Lastly, we have DaQuan Jeffries, who signed with the Atlanta Hawks this preseason. He's a pretty good player. He's been playing with the Hawks G League team, what are they called? The South Bay Skyhawks or something like that. I know I got that wrong, but he did get updated. He was pretty good last year, and he finally got a Facescan update last year with Houston and Sacramento. He averaged 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And his rookie year with Sacramento, he averaged 4 points, 1 rebound, and a half of an assist. So the last thing I'm going to do in this video is just go over the players that have just been signed to a team. The first of which is Willie Stein, who has been added to the Philadelphia 76ers. Stein was released by the Dallas Mavericks earlier this year because he was not playing due to personal reasons. He has now been added to the Philadelphia 76ers and will be getting playing time due to their lack of centers behind Joel Embiid. Jayvon Carter was added to the Bucks. He was released by the Nets so that the Nets could sign Goran Dragic. And so Carter is here with the Bucks. Carter is a defensive specialist that's about all he will bring to the Bucks, but that's better than nothing. He will help. And then with the Celtics, Malik Fitz and Kevin Pangos, they both have been added to the team. Fitz was with the Jazz earlier this season, but was released when he broke his wrist. From all I know, he's healthy, though. And Keelan Martin was the other signing. I don't know if I said a different name. I might have said... Yeah, I said Kevin Pangos. I'm not sure why I said that. But Keelan Martin was signed by Boston just a few days ago. He was with Indiana earlier this season and last season. And he got signed to a 10-day contract. He was released by Indiana because of salary cap concerns. I think that's all. Recently, it wasn't in the last few days, but Javonte Smart was signed by the Heat. Yeah, that's pretty much all. Oh, Xavier Sneed from Kansas State University. He was signed by the Utah Jazz. That's pretty much it other than Goran Dragic to the Nets. Yeah, that's the last one. Goran Dragic was signed by the Nets to a contract. And he will be able to bring a really good veteran point guard experience to this team. And I really think that they're going to run Ben Simmons at the power forward. So this will help because they have Kyrie Irving. And Goran Dragic used to play with Brooklyn's head coach, Steve Nash, and Phoenix. So that's interesting that they now met here. And now, just like updates to free agency, Kevin Pangos is now there. He was released by the Cavaliers just recently. And now that I think about it, Chicago might have got, Tristan Thompson's added to the Chicago Bulls. And then the last two that I just thought of were the Blazers signing both Drew Eubanks, who was with the Spurs, and then traded to the Raptors at the deadline. The Raptors waived him, but Yusuf Nurkic is now out 4 weeks with a wrist injury or ankle injury. I can't remember. But he is now out, and now Eubanks will most likely be the starting center unless they go a very small ball lineup. And the other player was Brandon Williams, who was with them earlier with a 10-day hardship exception. And he has now been signed back to the team on a 2-way contract. And the last news I have for the video is Kimball Walker will not play for the rest of the season with the New York Knicks. They have agreed that he will not play. It won't be a buyout, though, because they want to use his value in a trade this offseason. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please consider liking and subscribing. It would help a lot. And later today, I will make a video on the players that were not updated that really should have been updated. And I will make a video of all the players with the accessories that they should have in NBA 2K22. So thanks for watching. Peace.